Invitation to come here today. So what I intend to do is to give you a snapshot about what's going on in Pontio. Now I thought that by now we were supposed to be in the new building giving this presentation. That was according to the original plan, but unfortunately that hadn't happened. So what I intended to do is give you a snapshot of the building. So I'll show you an animation now of the building looking down from this particular building down towards Pontio. It'd be nice if we could go out on the terrace as well at the end, but I don't think we could take everyone, including the live stream outside, but let's hope that this animation works. So let's wait and see. So here we are looking down now. We're going into the heart of the building here. This is the sort of amphitheatre in that back space. Then you've got Daniel Road along the front here, and here is the main entrance into the building, the main entrance from the main road. There is another entrance, by the way, to the side here. If I just get rid of the slider bar. So this is the bottom floor then, inside of Pontio. This is what you see when you go into the building. So here's the Bryn Terfel Theatre, which will hold about 480 people. It's a very flexible space as well. You can see the bar, the box office and the cinema as well, which can also be a lecture theatre during the day, providing cine space in the evenings and during the holidays and weekends. So now we're going up to the first floor, which takes us up through again the heart of the building. So we're going right up to the middle of the building here. On the second floor we'll have a restaurant space for people to enjoy. This is a lecture theatre on the right hand side. Feels as if we're going to go into someone's table there. Then you've got the amphitheatre, which you saw at the start, and this takes us over to the studio theatre, which will hold 120 people. The white box at the top right. Then when we go up to the third floor, I think that's where we're at now, we've got innovation space here. And I'll tell you a bit more about the innovation space later. Then on the top floor, the fourth floor, I'm not sure exactly where I am now. Yes, fourth floor. Fourth floor is where the Students' Union will be located. So they'll have their offices, and as I understand it, there'll be a radio station broadcasting from there as well. And then we've got a huge lecture theatre. This sits above the Bryn Terfel Theatre, so there is a space between the two floors, and that again holds 480 students. There's some social space here as well, where people could go and work with their laptops, socialise, and there'll also be pods for a cup of coffee, a sandwich, as well as a restaurant on the second floor. So as you can see, it's an amazing building, and we're all really looking forward to actually get into the building and to see the possibilities within the room and the buildings. There's a lot of play space, it'll take a lot of time for us to get to know how the building works as a creative space for us. You know, what corners there'll be to do some research and what corners there'll be to do other stuff. As I also mentioned, the amphitheatre. Now the amphitheatre is a fantastic place to play around with different creative spaces, but there'll also be the caban. Now I'd hoped that I'd have a slide to show you the caban, but it's in the little booklet which is on the road at the moment, and an artist has been commissioned, an artist from Rotterdam as it happens, who has been commissioned to do some investigative space. We're not really sure what it'll offer, but it'll be a small space for about 12 people, we think. So this is a very exciting space. You know, it's just sort of an investigation area. If you've got any questions, by the way, you're welcome to stop me and ask any questions. Hopefully I can answer. So here are some images then of the building as it has been built and developed. I've got some more recent photos here. These were in fact taken last week, which gives you a taste of where we're at, what stage we're in at the moment. So there's been quite a lot of development here. A lot of these spaces are already in place and ready, but I can tell you it is an amazing building. It's a very innovative building, as I said, and a high quality building as well. As you can see, everything will be very high quality, and hopefully it will get high quality productions as well, so that we are able to offer high quality material. So I think that is at the heart of the building, the fact that it will be innovative and of high quality. So this is our artistic mission in Pontio, to create an artistic programme of the highest quality, which challenges and is innovative in its ambitions, one which is relevant and which resonates with our communities. So I'll tell you a little bit more about some of the targets, so the audience that we hope to attract. So these are the audiences that we are targeting at the moment in our business plan. The lapsed arts attenders. Now these people from Bangor and the area who have not had a theatre or a cinema over the last few years, we need to attract those audiences back so that they experience theatre. Families. Well, the family strand is something that we hope to develop at least once a month with production, so hopefully then we'll be able to get something Welsh, something English, something bilingual, no language at all. We need to get that balance, and that's very important for Pontio, because we have to be a bilingual centre, and I think that again is something that's quite innovative. Then young people and students. Well, obviously we're in the university here, so the students, young people, will be a very important audience, and also the hard to reach audience. Now we won't be able to please everyone, just like any other centre. It will be a journey, an exciting journey, hopefully, and we'll be able to learn from our audiences as we develop. We have had a touring programme up until now, and we have been working, as you know, with artists and various companies. Now, collaboration is very important with Pontio. We want to work with artists. In Pontio, we will not be a production house, as it were. So what we will be able to offer is to put you in touch with people. We can be a hub for you. There's a lot of work, for example, things that have taken place already. Fevered Sleep, for example. Well, Fevered Sleep was commissioned to produce a drama, a performance for children, and it was called Dusk. It was to be in it was supposed to be in Pontio last October, but hopefully, even though their journey and their tour has come and gone, we hope that we'll be able to invite them back when we are ready. They did come to North Wales to film, and a young student from the media school, or the creative school in the university, worked with them to produce a film. So it'll be very interesting to see that development. How did that collaboration work? And on top of that, they worked with John Parkinson from the psychology school and behaviour change. And he has worked with a number of artists in the past, investigating the potential of people's attitudes to performances. So we're very lucky that we've got those links with the university. And I think that is very important because we are looking to Pontio to bridge the university and the community. And that's how we can collaborate. We can be the bridge, the bond, the bridge between you and other people. There's been a huge amount of work. Manon Llwyd, for example, Manon Llwyd has been working as a musician in old people's homes, and she's also worked with people with dementia. It's an invaluable project, a project which looks at how music works with people with dementia, but it also brings young musicians into these homes. She's currently in Plas Ogwen today, in Plas Ogwen in Bethesda, and she's working with the community there in Plas Ogwen in Bethesda. So this project has been running for about 3 years and it's still developing. We're not sure where it'll go next and what will come of it. There are some different ideas that will coincide with that project, but there's a lot of investigative work, and Dr. Gwawr Ifan from the university is doing some detailed research work on this link between music and dementia, and it also gives pupils from Ysgol Dyffryn Ogwen in Bethesda to work not only with music but with a generation that perhaps they wouldn't engage with. So I think there's some intergenerational work, very important work going on there. You know, I've got a list of stuff here, and Kate is here as well. And I would like to talk about the work that Kate Lawrence has been doing with the circus. Well, no, not circus, the aerial work, sorry. And the circus feast, or the circus festival that we're going to have on the 17th of July. And as part of that work, Kate will be developing, I hope that I'm right, Kate, for me to talk about, is it? Yes? Well, Kate will be doing a piece in connection with the Guildhall in London to create 3D mapping with projections. I don't want to go into too much detail, Kate, but because I don't know anymore, but it'll be a good surprise. So yes, there's a huge amount of work going on at the moment. Fran Wen are working on a production for children, which is one of our target audiences. It's very exciting because they're coming up with work at the moment, and it's a chance for us to do a creative collaboration with the Fran Wen. So I think the way that we are working with different companies and different artists will vary from one project to the next. Perhaps sometimes we'll work jointly, perhaps sometimes we'll just present the work, or perhaps we might collaborate by marketing. I think there are so many different methods of collaborating with companies. I'm just trying to think of a few examples. Well, perhaps I could talk about horticulture. Now, that is also associated with the circus festival. Now, they have been a catalyst company for us here in Pontio. So, they're an organisation that helps artists to create artistic work for the outdoors. I'm sure that a number of you have worked with horticulture in the past or know of them, where they're a very important catalyst for us. They've commissioned a joint commission with ourselves for the Circus Festival. It's a commission for Pontio with Hugo, and I never know how to pronounce his name. Is it Oliveira? Am I right there? Hugo Oliveira? Yeah. Also, there's a joint commission with 6 other centres in Wales. We've got 2 commissions, kitchen sink, and a piece by Gwilym Morris as well. They'll be coming to Bangor for the festival, as well as a host of other things, such as the Flown production, the Pirates of the Carabiner, which is located down on Beach Road in a tent down there. So keep an eye out for these key dates, and please come and enjoy them. Also, another important institution, and I've benefited a lot from for a number of reasons, because I'm passionate about Creu Cymru. When I started in my job a year and a half ago, or there and thereabouts, I think my first day was to go down to Mid Wales to meet other centres. It just happened to fall the same day as I started in my job. And, it was such an honour and privilege to sit there and to learn from different centres. So we tend to meet about 4 times a year as various centres to discuss productions that have worked well, productions that haven't worked as well, and also productions that want to go on tour, productions that are looking for different centres. It's also an opportunity to hear about stuff that's happening outside of Wales as well. We've got people who've travelled to various festivals, and they're able to share information then and network, so that works very well. They can also help to fund us to visit and see things, and sharing information, because that's what it's about, isn't it, after all, to communicate and just to see what's out there and to experience what's out there, because you'll get an honest opinion and true words from your colleagues. So it's a very useful network. They've also got a dance buddy scheme, and hopefully we'll be able to work with Angharad Harap when we'll have the new building, to get her in as a dance buddy. It'll be fantastic with this amazing building that we'll have, and to experiment with the different spaces within it. So hopefully you will come on that journey with us to see how we can work together. Kate, as I've already said, you've experienced the building yourself already, and you know where the different places will work and how it'll work. I don't know, Kate, would you say that it's a perfect building for different types of performances? Yeah, and different rigging as well on the buildings? Inside and outside, of course. So it is exciting to see this work with Kate. We've also got a residential artist, Bedwyr Williams. This is another way of bridging what we've got in university to what's happening in the community, so that the community can find out what's happening inside the university. For example, he's looking at doing some film, looking at the Crossley Holland collection, which are musical instruments. There's a huge amount of instruments stored away, and no one would know anything about them unless we tell people, and unless they hear about it. So Bedwyr's doing a film about that. He's also looking at some of the creatures that are in pots and boxes and liquids in the museum down the road. It's not often people can go into and see these creatures, but they are hoping to open it out now for the community, so that more people are able to go in and see the collection of amazing creatures. You've got a lamb there with 2 heads, and some amazing stuff. A stuffed cow. And there are some very interesting stories. So Bedwyr has been looking at these interesting stories about these creatures. I think there's this cow that has been stuffed, and this cow lived in a student house in Menai Bridge for years. So they tell me. Who knows what happened to that cow, but there we are. There are so many different things, interesting things going on. And then the acrojou. I don't know how much time I've got, Simon. Simon, do I have plenty of time? How much time do I have, Simon?
All these sections there. Quarter an hour, brilliant. So, I'm going to leave something out, but there we go. Acrojou. So, acrojou.
Acrojou are a company that uses a wheel to perform. And they are a company that will come to the circus festival. You know, we want to create and maintain this relationship with different companies that come in. We've already put them in touch with schools within the university to create a new piece, and this is a relationship that will be developed. They'll be coming to Bangor with 2 pieces of their own work, Frantic and Wheelhouse, but as a result of that relationship, hopefully we'll be able to work on what the university could have to offer to them so that they create something different and new. So this will be very exciting. They'll be looking at different departments within the university to see what will happen from that relationship. Then Cerebellum, another interesting performance. I don't know whether anyone saw Cerebellum here, with Guillaume, Thierry and Iwan Brioc. There were a load of artists that were thrown together to create an immersive experience. It looked at the way that the brain works with cerebellum. So this is something that got R&D funding, and hopefully we can develop it further. So this is one of these projects with like a watch the space on it. Let's see what will come out from that project, because it was truly unique. I think Catherine was saying earlier, was it Catherine that said earlier? I think it was, that, you know, what happens when you work with different artists out of your comfort zone. So, you know, what happens when you throw different people from different disciplines together? Just wait to see what explodes from that. So it's a very interesting experience. And it was also very interesting to see that develop. And then resources, what can we offer in Pontio? Well, we can offer support more than anything else. We can put you in touch with various people. It's very early days for Pontio, obviously. We're only just starting on our journey, but already we've had some interesting things take place. Now this was a poem that was written with Firenze. Again, I'm not sure how to pronounce Firenze's surname. Guidi? Yeah, Firenze Guidi? Yeah. Yeah? Guidi. Well, Firenze worked with No Fit State Circus, and also Gerwin Williams, the poet Gerwin Williams, as well as pupils from Hirral Primary School. So they looked at children's ideas in school about what Pontio would be. So we had schools from Gwynedd and Anglesey, and this is an example of some of the piece that was written. It's what the building should be, really. Even though it's early days, I thought I'd finish with this gorgeous poem. There is a place where everything is possible. There is a place where I can be me and 1,000 other people. There is a place where you can hear flowers grow and stones whisper simple tunes. There is a place where worlds meet worlds, 100 yards from home. That's quite a beautiful poem.
Diolch yn fawr iawn.
So thank you very much.